Hi everybody, I'm back. And I'm back with another story time because I can't shut up talking. So, without further ado, as y'all can tell by the title of this video, it's a juicy one, so sit tight because we're coming with receipts and pictures and all of the sort, okay? So, this is a story all about how my birthday dress, the very nice one you see right here from Fashion Nova, it's $60. And I don't think it's a part of the 80% off sale. And these heels were stolen from me by someone I thought was my friend. So let's just get into it. Where should I date this from? Okay, so this girl, her name is Kiara. I followed her on Instagram for years, and her account would get deleted a lot, which was normal for everybody back in a certain time. Like, Instagram's accounts were disabling and things like that. So I followed this girl for a while, right? And I wasn't very aware of the lifestyle she lived or anything like that. So fast forward to November 2024, which was recently, right? Which was November, December, January, February. 4 months ago. She actually shares the same birthday as my mom, November 21st. They are both Scorpios, which is very confusing. And this plane is very, very rude, very rude. But, yeah, so November 21st was my mother's birthday. I had took my mother to Wicked that day, and then I also busted a move to Kiara's birthday dinner because she was very eager for me to go. And you can tell that it was very last minute, and with last minute plans, all you really want is for people to show up. You know, it doesn't matter who comes, right? So I'm like, okay, this is my first time meeting this girl. What brought my attention to her was the fact that she would get a lot of hate online. Well, not a lot. I wouldn't say oh, she was cyberbullied or anything, but she was actually getting into it with somebody that I knew from a while ago when I was in grade school. And I had noticed it, and I was like, oh, girl, it just sounds like y'all just in a catty beef. It doesn't really matter. I was just, being a little bit encouraging for her because, look, I've been through my fair share of internet beefs, and I feel like when you feel like you have so much to prove, it is good to have a voice of reason of oh yeah, And also, she posted a lot of very depressing things, talking about having no family and things like that, but I digress because that is her personal business, so I'm not here to put all of that information out. But she was posting very morbid things. And for me, as being a huge family person and knowing that family matters and growing up with a bunch of siblings and growing up being surrounded by an extent of support and love, I feel like me being as a big sister, I was like, oh, I want you to live the life that I live. I want you to receive the support and love that I receive on a day-to-day basis. But sometimes you can't want what you have for others. Others have to have their own thing to want, right? So, again, me being very nice, seeing things on social media, I always feel like I have to say something. That is just a good or bad thing for me. But anyways, so November 21st, went to her birthday dinner. It was at Yard House. And me and my boyfriend James had both attended. The birthday dinner was very smooth. I had met one of my now good friends. Her name is Aaliyah. I had met her there. And birthday dinner, like I said, went just fine. I had also met her former girlfriend. I'm not going to say her name. That's redacted information. But I did meet her former girlfriend, Kiara's former girlfriend, as well at that get-together. And yeah, again, had no complaints about it. I just felt like something was a little bit off, but I'm not really, again, that person's information is redacted, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But yeah, as a good gesture, as a friendly gesture, because I didn't come with anything for her, as far as a gift, because again, it was very last minute, and that day was mostly supposed to be all about my mom, but again, I'm very supportive, so I want to go, you feel me? So I paid, me and my boyfriend and I paid for her birthday dinner out of the kindness, because he was like, you know what, let's pay for her birthday dinner. We didn't, get her anything as a gift, so, that's the best that we can do. Same thing, I would do that for any one of my friends, period, right? If I didn't show up with anything, I'm going to pay for her birthday dinner, whatever the fuck the case may be. So, yeah, a couple days after that, me and Kiara started getting a little bit closer. Again, I didn't really know her on a personal level, only from what was shown to me. So I got pretty close with her in a short amount of time. Fast forward to my birthday party, which was December 14th. I had got a couple of calls talking about that her boyfriend and her girlfriend, they were in a polyamorous relationship, got into a fight that day, and she was sadly arrested, right? Unfortunately. I had got a call about that and about the situation and how everything was going because she wanted to go to my birthday party. Again, that's her personal information. I'm not really saying anything much about that, but she did leave in handcuffs. Days went by. I was constantly checking her inmate number, things like that, any type of information I could get on the situation because, again, that was my friend, and I felt like, okay, I want to check up on her, make sure she's okay in the system, things like that. I was trying to figure out how to call, trying to figure out what bail was, like things like that, because, again, people going to jail, that's a big fucking thing, and I've never really had to deal with anything like that ever in my life. Not even ever, really. I've never dealt with anything of the sort. So, fortunately, she gets out within like 3 days. Jail's not a place to be, guys. I'm just gonna say that now. So me and my boyfriend, we picked her up from her grandmother's house, and we took her to go get food and also get her stuff from Aaliyah's house because all her stuff was removed off of her boyfriend and girlfriend's property and taken to Aaliyah's house. So we went there. We waited for a couple of hours because she said that the boyfriend that she got into it with, the reason why she went to jail in the first place, was going to be at the house that she was living at currently, and was going to let us in so that way we can put her stuff back in the house because I guess they had a kumbaya moment, whatever the fuck the case was. Again, that's not any of my business. So we waited, me and my boyfriend waited there for hours. Nothing happened, and by the time we got all the way down the street, like on the freeway, she calls and was like, "Oh, you guys come back." And it was like, "No, like, you should have just, I don't know," but all I know is that my boyfriend had work in the morning, and I was like, we need to get home. Okay? So, unfortunately, we weren't able to move her stuff in that day. Actually, we never got around to it at all. I don't know how it got back to their property or their residence. None of my business. So, again, with Kiera, it's a little bit complex because, again, she had her moments where she was like a good individual, I would say, like a good person, but then there was other things that would kind of outshine how good or of a person that she could be, right? So fast forward, her and my friend Aaliyah were getting into it a lot over just little stuff. Again, I'm not really going to say anything much about that because, for one, I don't want to lie, and I'm pulling from memory, okay? But, and I'm more so talk about the situation with me, but they were getting to it a lot, and it was a lot of like, mediating that had to happen and, things like that. So, yeah. So, fast forward, what really put the nail in the coffin for me was the mall situation. But fast forward, right? So, we're here in January. It's about January 6th. It was about to be Aaliyah's birthday on the 8th. Now, because Aaliyah's birthday, I had no clue about until she said something like days later. And I was like, oh shit. Like, so I invited Aaliyah over to where me and my boyfriend stay, our house. And I was like, oh, girl, you can pick a dress out of my closet that I haven't worn. I'm not going to let you wear something that I've already worn because then people's going to know it's mine since you're my friend as well. So I don't want people to, So I was like, yeah, come over to my house, girl. Pick a dress out of my closet that I haven't worn. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I don't wear. I can't fit, but I keep it anyway because I don't believe in returning items. You might as well just give it back to somebody. Give it to somebody that does not have to pay for it, right? So I literally picked out a dress out of my closet, and it was this one. Okay, she looks very pretty. Amazing photo. Love her. So that was the dress that I gifted Aaliyah for her birthday. I was going to let Aaliyah borrow one of my shoes, but since I have a smaller foot, and I fit a size 5, which is the smallest size, and I oftentimes have to use a size 6 because they don't sell size 5 in certain shoes, she unfortunately could not fit my shoe. Her and Kiera, keep in mind, are the same size shoe. They're like a 7.5, almost 8, right? So Kiera comes along too, which I was not aware of until last minute. So of course I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh girl, you have to wait. And like, no, I'm not the type of, again, that's my friend. Those are my friends, right? So let her in. One thing that kind of struck like a match in my head was the fact that Kiera walks in and she's scanning the room, like scanning this entire area, like scanning everything. She goes to the closet and she's scanning, and then she literally, she didn't even scan the closet. I'm gonna be real. She grabs my birthday dress and goes, I'm gonna wear this. But mind you, I have cuter things. That's a plain white dress. I'm gonna be real. It's a plain white dress. Like, come on now. Like, I wore cuter shit. And again, it was like, that dress was kind of off limits because it was my birthday dress and I already had my ass in it. So it was like, why would you? And Brooklyn had also wore it to the pinky ring when we all had attended. And she had got it dirty because she put it in a bag with my shoes and it got all fucked up. So again, it's my birthday dress. It was like, why would you want to put something on that clearly means something to somebody? It's different for my sister to borrow and wear it. That's different. But for you to be my friend, I wouldn't feel comfortable trying to be like pulling out somebody's birthday dress and be like, I want to wear this. Knowing that it's dirty, knowing that you have to spend extra time to clean it, who wants to go through all that hard work? The only time somebody would do that is if they really, really, really want to wear it, right? So again, I'm stingy, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let it ride. Like, I know I'm gonna get my stuff back. I was very sure I was gonna get my stuff back, okay? So she pulls out of my closet, she's like, I wanna wear this. She looks in my shoe closet, and I'm trying to give her options of shoes to wear, and she pulls out these gold ones. Now, these ones I wore to Caramella. It was a dinner I attended with my boyfriend and my mom. My mom had took us to dinner to Caramella, which was 50 cents new spot. So, mind you, I had only wore those one time, which was that dinner. Literally that dinner. I barely had ever walked in them. Didn't wear them after that. It was literally 2 days after I went to that dinner that she asked to borrow those shoes. And she grabbed them and she was like, oh, she put her foot in them. And she said that she was able to fit them. The shaft of her foot was able to, but her heel stuck out of the shoe. And mind you, those are a 5. A size 5 shoe. 4 sizes too small, you being a size 8. Okay. There's no way I'm gonna grab some shit that I know I can't fit and be like, I really want to wear it. I will never want to really wear something if I can't fit it. Period. So I was like, oh girl, no. Like, I was like, girl, are you sure? I was like, okay, if you're sure, fine, you're only wearing from this night, that's fine. So days go by, she wore the dress or whatever, she took pictures in it, and that also kind of was like odd to me, but I still supported her because I was like, you know what, like, you probably felt really pretty this day. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and rain on somebody's parade, but it did raise a lot of red flags because how are you going to wear something in the same night, post pictures of somebody's birthday dress and heels that they've already had on? And you know it's the person's birthday dress because you complimented the person. So it's like you were already kind of like, okay, I know I really want to wear that dress. Because she denied everything else. Like, I had this pretty red dress. I wouldn't care to lose that. Honestly, I probably would never, ever wear it again. I didn't really care to lose the red dress. I didn't care to lose the graffiti, like, Nicki Minaj type dress from Fashion Nova that I have. I wouldn't have cared to really lose that at all, frankly. There's a bunch of black dresses that I also gave her prior to that she could have wore, but instead she really wanted to wear her birthday dress. So it kind of made me feel a little bit weirded out because I was like, okay. But again, that's my friend. I'm going to be supportive regardless. I don't care if the bitch wore a trash bag that I used for my trash and then reused. I don't give a fuck. So, at least I didn't. So, couple days go by and Aaliyah had an interview at the place that I had got her hired at. We both work at the same company. That's also redacted information. So I took her to the interview. James was off. We had really wanted to run some errands. We had went to Ross and Beauty Supply, bunch of places. And James was like, oh, let's go to the mall. And I'm like, okay, cool. So Brooklyn was seen in the group chat. She was like, oh yeah, let's go to the mall. Like, whatever. Aaliyah was with us the entire day. Like, hell yeah, let's go to the mall, da-da-da. And then, Kier was like, oh, I really want to go too. So I'm like, okay, of course, you can come. So she comes or whatever. And, also, to add on the white dress when she took it, I had also gifted her a pink dress that I ordered from Shein that I did not like because of the material. And she said that she really, really liked it, so I let her have it. So she walked away with 2 dresses. One that I rightfully gave her, and one that I told her that she can borrow. Aaliyah, I gave her that dress because it was her birthday. Okay. So yeah, Kiara gets in the car. She's really, really giddy, really, really happy. I'm like, okay, period. So me and James, we really love them all. I really like to shop. He likes to shop. We like to do what we want to do. We will spend the entire day in the fucking mall. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's an activity that me and James really like to do. We like to go house shopping, clothes shopping, all types of stuff. And he's into actually building his wardrobe and like finding and experiencing with different pairs of jeans and hats and sweaters and all types of stuff, right? So I'm all for my man, doing what he likes to do. So, and this was also an activity that me and James used to do before we were dating. We always used to go to the mall. And y'all used to see the pictures of us always in the mall. Okay. So, mind you, anybody that really knows me knows that I love to shop, period. I'm always here with the bag. Like, let's be real, guys. I always have a shopping bag near. Okay, so, yeah. So, mind you, we had got there around 4. 4:30, 4:45, around that time. And it was about maybe 5:30, almost 6 o'clock when we made it to the shoe palace. James told me that he was going to buy me some shoes because he seen I needed new ones because those sneakers that I have are bad juju and I don't want to carry them anymore. They were gifted to me by somebody I don't fuck with. So I want to get rid of them. Okay? So, yeah. So basically, I was looking for a shoe or whatever, and my sister said that she was sitting next to Kiara. Also, rewind, we were inside of PacSun, right? So we were, me and James were looking at pairs of jeans that he could wear and buy because he really wanted another pair of jeans. Like a regular plain, standard denim jean. So we're trying to look for sizes and stuff like that. I had walked past the cash register. There was Kiara, and she goes, "Hey, Kennedy." And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I don't know what's going on with my cards. Like, can I cash app you the money and you pay for my stuff?" And I said, "Okay, so cash app me first. So that way when I'm done, I can pay for your stuff." Fine, right? She goes, I go, "What's wrong? Like, I don't want to, like, tap my card twice. Like, I'm trying to look for something for my boyfriend. Like, just send me the money first and, But also, add to that, I don't have problems paying for anybody's stuff. Ever. I am very generous in the extent of I won't let you borrow my shit, but I will give you money of your own to get the same thing as me. Period. I will give you money to get your own. So if you won't even want to borrow a sock from me, bitch, take $20 to buy some socks. Do something with your life. Because you're not about to borrow mine. That's the type of stingy I am. I'm not going to let somebody borrow my shit. Right? And I've never been the type to really wear somebody's stuff. The only time I've wore anybody's stuff was the photo shoot that I did in the Cali top. Faye had requested me to wear that top, so I wore it, and I was like, okay, period, you want this to fit your aesthetic, you're a perfectionist, that's fine. It's the only time I've ever worn anybody's shit. I don't even feel comfortable with anybody wearing my shit unless I give it to you. Right? So, anyways, again, I don't have any problems paying for anybody's stuff. I frankly paid for a lot of people's shit, Ubers, all types of stuff. I don't know. I think it's just me being a good friend, right? So yeah. So I was like, here, just cash out me the money first. If you have the money and you can't tap your card, just cash out me first. You know my cash app. So I was like, okay, I'm not really trying to like have a discussion about this. I just told you what you can do, whatever. She blows hot air again, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care. So I walk, and I was just like, I don't deal with attitudes. I feel like as a friend, I don't agree with arguing with your friend. I don't agree with having an attitude with your friend. I don't agree with none of that shit. I don't even really have an attitude with my sister. So why would I tolerate it from somebody that's not kin to me? Yeah, no. So, I turn around and I'm going back to the men's section, like going around this way instead of going back the way it came. And I hear a ding. And Aaliyah kind of looks, just like, did you just hear that? And I go, yeah. If your cards didn't work and you were just going to cash out me the money, why would you turn around after I said no? Just cash out me the money first. I didn't even say no. I just said cash out me the money first. And if you couldn't do that, just be like, hey, can you pay for it? And I just pay you back. Cool. That's fine. But honestly, I won't even allow that because she had said something like, told Aaliyah, have a man pay for an Uber and say that you're going to pay him back and never do it and just block them. Aaliyah was like, what man am I about to ask? And hell no. So that kind of rang in my head, and I was like, yeah, that wouldn't even be an option, but I would appreciate if you just asked. That way I could have the opportunity to say no, but even in that same thing, like the worst thing I could say is no, so I'd probably say yeah anyway, and I would never just get my money back. That's just the type of fool that I am, right? So Aaliyah was like, did you hear that? And I was like, yeah, I heard it. Like, did you just pay for her shit after asking me to just basically pay for it? And she's like, basically, and Aaliyah was like, she just doesn't want to spend her money. That's it. She doesn't want to spend her money. She wants you to pay for it because she knows you got it like that. And I was like, oh, no, bitch, I'm not a picky bank. I know you for like 4 months. I followed you on Instagram for years. I know you personally for 4 months. Fuck no, girl. Not even my best friend, Sanaya, has ever asked me to pay for anything but an Uber. That's so we can go to a party. Thank you. So I'm like, baby, my sis don't even ask me to really pay for shit. She knows I would, but yeah, babe, no. You too comfortable. But again, I probably would have did it if she did ask me. I'm like, girl, I got you. Twin. No. So then we go to the shoe store. She has an attitude. She's sitting next to my sister, right? And my sister, Kiara was complaining to my twin sister, Brooklyn. My sister. Twin. Clone. As if my sister wouldn't report back. Okay. So she was complaining to my twin sister, and Brooklyn was like, just chill, like, this is something that they like to do. You asked, can you come? So you can't be mad. And it was because she wanted to go hang out with some dude actor or whatever, and I guess we were taking too long, so yeah. James actually ended up hearing it, so he says. And Brooklyn was like, yeah, no. And something had happened with James' card where his fucking bank was like, you transferred too much money over to another account, so you have to chill. So he was on the phone with them. He was like, you know what, guys, let's just go. I don't want to be on the phone with the bank in the mall. Like, let's just go. Kennedy, we can come go shopping another time, which we ended up doing. So I was like, all right, cool. So James dropped everybody off. And so the first person to get dropped off was Kiera. So, because she was right down the road from where the mall we were at. So, soon as Kiera gets out the car, Brooklyn and Aaliyah start singing like canaries. She said this about you. She said this. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, the fact that you were so comfortable to talk shit about me for looking at a pair of shoes for too long. One, because you already had an attitude that I didn't pay for your shit. Well, you could have just straight up asked me. What I always tell people, don't halfway ask for something. If you want it, take it. If you want it, ask. If it's offered, take it. Don't do no explain. If somebody's offered something to me, which it depends what it is, okay, thank you. If I want something, I'm not going to halfway, can you straight up ask, bitch, you're an adult. You're older than me. I'm 20. You're like 21, almost 22. Be real, bruh. Like, be fucking real. The fuck? So I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm listening to that and I'm pissed because I'm like, how can somebody be so ungrateful? So ungrateful. Like, you contacted me about somewhere that you had to be at a certain time and I gave you $40 so you could get an Uber there and back. And you claimed that it overdrafted and took your money or whatever. And I was like, you can only really overdraft $25 from what I know. I don't overdraft my account. That never has happened to me. I've never had to do it. Okay? So, no shade. But I was like, what? So it came off like she was already trying to get over on me. So then, boom, the next day, I'm still feeling froggy. So I leap, nigga. What? I'm still feeling froggy. So I'm like, oh, bitch, yeah. What? You had so much to say about me after I've been nothing but a good friend to you? Oh, because I was trying to look for some shoes from my feet? Oh, no. So I didn't really go at her too rude. I was like, she was basically going at Aaliyah. Basically, the whole conversation happened because she was talking about using men. And me, I don't have too much room to talk. Because I was dating a bank account for a couple of months. So, yeah. So I was just like, okay, but then it's not a good thing to do. Learning from, like, my lessons and understanding, like, it's more fulfilling when you get it up on your own rather than using somebody to get it, because then that's inconsistent. Because they may say no, they may say yeah. So it's like, that's not really the flex that people think it is. Oh, I use men for money. Okay? But then on top of that, when she came over to my house, she wasn't using them for the right amount. It was $35, $20, enough to get you an outfit or maybe a Subway sandwich or a McDonald's meal. A couple, pops, possibly. So you're not even doing it right. And what I was saying, if you're going to do something, do it right. If you're going to be a hoe, do it right. Hoe correctly. Don't get no pimp. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because from what I understand, I was seeing on TikTok and Instagram that these men be taking their money. And I'd be like, hold on. And first of all, why are we glorifying human trafficking? Okay, if you're going to do OF, promote yourself correctly. Do it right. Do it right. Do it good. And run up your money. Run up your bag. If you're going to go to college, do it right. Do it through. Be passionate. Okay? Be consistent. Shit, if you're going to work at McDonald's, do it right. Okay, I always say that. It doesn't matter what the fuck you want to be, what you want to do. I don't care if you want to be a zoo animal. Okay? You better be the best zebra you fucking possibly be. Ever. Be the best panther. Okay? That's the type of friend I am. I'm not going to judge you for who you are or what you're doing, but I want to make sure that you do it right and you are fulfilled and that it's something that you can look back and be proud of. You know what I mean? And also, me kind of being the wavelength that I am now, I don't want to be associated with certain things, which is why I deleted certain accounts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I don't want to be associated. I don't want to put in that group. Nobody can really say anything about me, but you did this, and you did that, and you did it, no man. Nah, boo-boo, bitch. You would do it too. I was trying to get employed a month. So, anyways. So, yeah. So, I was basically trying to tell her, like, this is the right way to do it. And thing is, she said, oh, how do y'all think I could do the things I do? Like, babe, I know you. You can't put up a front about the things that you can do when it's like you're not doing nothing. You don't have a job. You refuse to work. Like a real fucking job, like where you have a pay stub. Like me, I've never been too up to work. I love me a good 9 to 5. I sit right here at home, click-clacking on the computer all day, taking notes. That's what I love to do, okay? I don't like people who be like, I never had to work a 9 to 5. Why not? You don't have no work ethic? What about them pay stubs? Is this why you don't got nothing in your name? So I've never really promoted that. Like, I don't have to work a 9 to 5. No, bitch. It's good to work one. Clock the fuck in and be somebody, bitch. So, anyways, so yeah, she was just talking to like, oh, how y'all think I'd be going these boats? You went on a boat one time. One. Uno. One time. And you claimed that it wasn't even a good experience. So, and it wasn't even a good boat. You didn't even go on a yacht. Me? I've been on one. You haven't. So it was like, babe, you're trying to put up this front, and it's like, I know you, and I don't like people who try to come off fake like that. Like, one thing I hate is fake flexers. Fake flexers. Fake flexers, people who fake their lifestyle, people who act like they're luxury, but they shit on people who actually got it because it's like, oh, you have a fake bag. But it's like, babe, you don't even have a fake one till now. You don't even have a real one. You don't even know the difference between Christian Louboutin and Louis Vuitton. So it's like, babe, what? And I wasn't aimed at anything specific. So anyways, so I'm like, oh my God, like, just girl, I don't want to hear it. So I cover my ears. And just the way she was talking, and I was already kind of upset at her. I was like, girl, you talk about you like to go shopping and all this type of stuff, but it don't even look like you like to sit in the mall. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I said what I said. And then she started arguing with Aaliyah in the group chat because Aaliyah was basically saying her, like, telling her, like, hey, using men for money is not good. Like, not the flex that you think it is. Kennedy is right. It's a little bit more fulfilling when you actually get it up on your own. This is from learning lessons. So he gets really offended or whatever. And then we start having a conversation about the mall and how she was talking about me. She's like, if you felt some type of way, you could have told me. And I said, I didn't know until after you got out the car. And I was told not to say nothing to you as bad as I wanted to. Because then it would have came out really wrong. So what are you going on about? And then she said something really backhanded, like, we don't know her like that. We don't, but you can ask me for money. You can ask me for rides. We can pay for your food, pay for tampons because you couldn't afford any. You claimed that you didn't have any money because they stole your money, but you didn't have no money, zero. So you had none for them to steal in the first place. So it's like, okay, be fucking real. So that's when I really start clocking her tea because I'm like, my kindness can only really go this far. I have this much in my body. This much. Can you see this? You see that? That's how kind I can be. That's a smidge I have in my heart. Mm-hmm. Wherever it is in my body. So it was like, okay, babes, really? Really? Okay, darling. So I was like, okay, girl. Tell that lie to somebody who I want to fucking hear it. So then we start going at it a little bit, and then she moves herself in the group chat. And I was like, okay, cool. So then she goes on this whole internet rant, and she's like, I'm not going to talk about something. I'm not going to or talk to nobody that got a Android in the iCloud. Is that not a flex, ma'am? Oh, you got an Android and I got an iPad. Now what? Now what you gotta say? And a Beyonce blanket and a Wicked cup. What you gotta say? What you gotta say now, bitch? Yes, I got an iCloud. I got the best of both worlds. Bitch, I was like, girl, what? Huh? I was like, girl, what type of flex? And she was like, okay, Miss Baldy, by choice. I said, what bitch you know paid $145 to be bald? I'm not even bald. I can bring this shit down to my nose. Thank you. Don't let this slick fool you. Okay, I'm Mr. and Mrs. ISO plus Nairobi hair mousse. Thank you. I was like, okay, you were making fun of my hair, but you complimented it. You were very eager for me to cut my hair. And then it's like, what bitch you know paid $145 to cut their hair? Oh. It wasn't even just a cut. Baby, permed, trimmed, laid, curled, styled by Miss Cinda Style. Follow my girl on Instagram and get that hair appointment. Thank you. What bitch you know got a $100 touch-up a couple weeks ago? Thank you. Babes, I was like, girl, how you gonna hate? But you was just loving it when I got it. Like, what? So she brought it to the internet, right? So she was saying all this stuff about me, but she was only really coming for the fact that, one, had an iPad and an Android. And then she was also coming for the fact that I have no hair. I see some on my head. Thank you. So that was really the only things that she was saying about me. And she was basically saying, yeah, my mom said, watch out who I be friends with. And it was like, babe, if she looked at me, she'd be like, that's the best friend for you. For you, ma'am. Like, girl, be fucking real. Like, what did I ever do to you? I was just trying to clock you as a friend. Like, hey, what you said about me was not cool. That's me setting a boundary and be like, hey, bitch, don't do that shit again. Period. And I was even just gonna give you another chance, but then you said some trifling shit like, oh, we don't know you that well. Babes, but you know me well enough to ask for something for me to do for you. Okay, so then I was like, okay, at this point, I want my shit back. 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 She actually deleted the photos that she took in my birthday dress. Okay, fast forward. There was a bunch of talk between her and my sister saying that, oh yeah, she's going to give it back. She's going to give it back. She's going to give it back. Then Aaliyah got a bunch of miscellaneous text messages from these people saying, oh yeah, give Kiara's stuff back. And it was like, wait, what stuff do I have of Kiara's? Like, talk to Aaliyah. And Aaliyah says that she didn't have anything of hers except for the stuff that some of the stuff that she left at her house. And then something happened where we were all put in a group chat and her friends had asked us to unblock her, so we did. And she was like, okay, we just want to figure out what's going on with the dress. Like, and she could not tell me the location of the dress. Mind you, her friends told Aaliyah that Kiara claimed had already given it back to me and that I was there to pick it up and I already gave it back to me 3 days ago, which was false. I had been up to her residence, her grandmother's residence, multiple times, to where I even knocked on the door and was like, hey, where the dress? Where the dress? And again, she has dementia, so she really doesn't know. So basically, she lied to her friends that were defending her blindly, and were like, I gave it to her. I gave it back to her 3 days ago. So then, what really struck the conversation was the fact that she posted a picture in my heels, the gold ones. This picture. She posted that in my heels. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, girl, how did you claim to have given me back my stuff, but you have my heels on? What? And so then that's when her friends were like, okay, unblock her. Y'all gonna sort this stuff out right now. So prior to this, one of her friends, May, personally, she claimed to have been friends with my sister. My sister said, oh, yeah, I think I have you on TikTok. Bitch, you're not her friend. I know all of my sister's friends. Ho, you're not her friend. My sister don't even look like she'll be friends with somebody like you. Be the fuck for real. I was like, girl, I asked Brooke, is this your friend? She goes, no. It's like, I follow her on TikTok, but that's it. Like, we're not friends. Like, no, like, I don't talk to her. And I was like, yeah, like, what? I was like, you don't even look like you be friends with somebody like that. What? Like, no, we're not friends with hood boogers. No. So, anyways, yeah, so then the girl, she was like typing for Kiara. I don't know what was going on, but basically Kiara told multiple lies. She said that it was thrown in the trash. She said that it was, no, I'm gonna start from the first lie. She said it was given back to me 3 days ago. I kept asking the location of the dress. She kept ignoring me, but instead decided to argue with Kiara. But Kiara decided to argue with Aaliyah. So then I even texted her personally, was like, hey, what's going on with the dress? Like, but she decided to answer to a group chat knowing that was going to cause drama, right? And mind you, I didn't make the group chat. I think it was Aaliyah that did it. I think that was Aaliyah's doing. But I totally get why, because she added all the people that she told the lie to. So it's like, you can't lie over a lie that you've already told people. So I get that part. So then, so then she responds to that, and this is a whole bunch of hoopla. And she told a lie saying that, the dress was stolen off of the porch. And I was like, okay, so if you claim to have put everything in a bag, first it was a bag, then it was a bucket. So that's 2 lies in one. I was like, so you supposedly left my heels and my dress in a bag or a bucket or a basket. I don't fucking know. How did the heels end up on your feet that night? Oh, yes, I did take a picture in your heels. I know you did because I seen it. It was sent to me by multiple people because they know those are my heels. They was like, wait, are those your shoes? Y'all have the same ones? Because I realized that y'all not friends. Okay. So I was like, okay. So then she's like, I just left the dress outside. So you were planning to halfway give me back my shit when I asked for my shoes, because those were a gift from my boyfriend that I only wore once. So you were only going to put the dress outside? Yes. No. But I was also going to put your shoes outside after wearing them? Yes. Okay, but the whole point was for you to give me back my shit weeks ago. A month ago. So how did we get here? She had a bunch of excuses, and then I go, but obviously it wasn't stolen because you said the dress and heels were stolen, but you have the heels on, so where's the dress? Oh, I don't know. Okay, where's the dress? Because you do know. If you have the heels, you have the dress. Period. I gave you both. So how did you lose one? I can't find it. Okay. Then she goes to say, which the screenshots I have here, I'm going to read them off my phone. Oh, sorry. I'm going to read them off my phone. She goes, I put everything outside, even the dress. But like I said before, until I seen bitches had my shit, then was going around telling motherfuckers I wore their panties, I'm not going to do shit or give back shit because motherfuckers not finna lie on me. Now about the panty situation. That came about because I had gave Kiara a lingerie set, but without the underwear and without the bra part, because I feel like that's unsanitary, and as women you're not supposed to share underwear because no matter who's the best, it's still not okay to mix things. And I feel like even though they have wore them, they are washed, I'm not going to do anything or give them to you. She asked me, okay, can I have the bottoms? I said, what bottoms? She goes, the bottoms to the lingerie set. I said, no, because I already wore them. I'd also asked her to give me back my Savage X Fenty pants because I couldn't find the top, and James was like, I don't really want her to have that because I gave that to you, and to me it's kind of like lingerie. And I said, you know what? Granted. So she gave me the Savage X Fenty pants back, but I gave her a mesh teddy, which is this one. It was from Fashion Nova. And I didn't give her the panties that went underneath it because I'm like, all you gotta do is wear black underwear. That day that I also asked for my Savage X Fenty pants was the day that we went to the mall. She claimed that she put the white dress in my Victoria's Secret tote bag, which is the black one, that I put all the clothes, my old clothes that I gave to her in. I had asked her to give me back the bag, give me back the Savage X Fenty pants, and put my dress inside. She failed to do that, but she did tell me that they were in there. So I was under the impression that I already had my dress back in my possession before the fallout, okay? So, boom. Then they call the group chat, right? So we're back at the group chat situation. They call the group chat. I answer, and at this point, I'm very, very frustrated. She has multiple people talking for her as if they're lawyers, and I'm like, how are y'all defending somebody refusing to give back somebody's birthday dress? That is bum activity. But then I look at all of them, and I'm like, this is starting to make a lot of sense. Because you look at me, you look at y'all, and it's like it's a huge fucking difference. Okay, they look like the fucking Monstars from fucking Looney Tunes, okay? So I'm like, oh, no, this is looking like very much so like Space Jam. I'm Lola Bunny, y'all the Monstars. I can clearly see what the fuck is going on. And her friend, May, was like, oh, if y'all were friends, why are you talking about her? I said, first of all, the only thing I had a problem with was the fact that my dress is stolen. And it's misplaced. It was stolen by somebody else. And then she claims that she had thrown it away. She then flips the camera, and I don't know who, I think it was her friend, May, who had my shoes on, but she had them on and was playing in my shoes. And I actually screen recorded it, but out of the kindness of my heart, I will not include that video in here. Out of the kindness of my heart. Out of the kindness, this much I showed y'all, I'm not going to include that because it's very embarrassing. I seen underwear on the floor. I seen paper towels. I seen wigs. The floor was absolutely a pigsty. It looked disgusting. And also, she flipped the camera multiple times to her face. So because of how she looked in that video, her friend, I'm not going to put that in there, but I do have a video. And I think I'll kind of want to include the audio. Maybe, maybe not. You may hear it, you may not. But I do have a video of her playing in my shit, so. Her friend. And then Kiara put them on and was playing in my shoes and then kicked them. And I'm like, okay, great. You playing in my shoes that you borrowed from me. You borrowed them. They're probably the most expensive pair of shoes that you fucking own today. I don't know. And the thing is, I'm like, you're treating me as if I did everything that you did to me to you. I was nothing but nice. It's not bad for me to set a boundary about how you treated me and what you did. It's like, oh, she's not that bad of a person. Yeah, because y'all don't have anything for her to really borrow from y'all and take. And I said, if it was y'all birthday dress, y'all would be upset. That's bummy. That's very bummy. That's very bummy. That's very low. That's very classless. That's trashy. That's disgusting. And I'm like, that's a $69 dress. Babes, again, probably the most expensive thing you own. Okay? I don't shop in clearance. I don't shop on sale. I shop when I want to. Thank you. So, at that point, this was just fucking laughable. Like, I was just like, wow, like, you guys are really low, like, low in bumps. And her friend kept going like, well, I'm very sorry about your dress. Like, she claimed to have thrown it away. I'm like, but why would you throw away something that you were able to fit versus shoes that you can't fit? Okay. It don't make no sense to me. It's very laughable. It was like, oh yeah, the dress is plain and white, but these shoes are so glittery and gold. I'm just gonna wear some shoes I can't fit because I'm a bum and I don't want to give my friend back her shit. Girl. And then wore them multiple times, and it's like, you know they hurt your feet. You know you can't fit them because you're in slides. You can't even wear my shoes all night. And I was like, girl, you can't wear my fucking shoes all night, girl. Bye. Girl, bye. And then, yeah, so the call ended. I was like, look, I have been nothing but a great friend to her. Like, I honestly did nothing to her. She was just upset that I didn't pay for her shit. She already had an attitude prior. That's pretty much what it was. And frankly, there was nothing that she said that she could have said that I've done to her personally because I didn't. I was nothing but a great friend to her. But I was also would be very real and give her advice when need be. So it's like, I don't sit there and let people play in my face or bullshit. I don't do the whole, okay, yeah, I'm cool with you being delusional. I'm not cool with that. Come to your senses. What's not clicking, Steven? What's not clicking, Kiara? There's no way I'm going to let you walk around doing what you're doing and then I low-key get tied into it, because then, on top of this all, how I found out till she was being a complete user is that some of the boys that she was talking to, I'm not going to say their names are redacted information, actually texted me and was like, oh, so you're the rich one that she's talking about. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. They go, she's the one that she was coming around talking about, oh yeah, she be using all her friends and da-da-da-da. Saying a bunch of shit, saying that she be using her friends and all types of stuff. And this boy had even FaceTimed me and was like, oh yeah, she was talking about how she be using you and how you gave her $40 to Uber to my house and da-da-da. And that was the Uber that she said that she had to really go somewhere important. The money that I gave her, the $40. Hope the peanut record was good, babe. I hope it was good, darling. Hope the penis was nice, darling. For $40 from your friend. Give me the heebie-jeebies. But anyways, so yeah, and then they were like, oh yeah, like if you guys give her stuff, but who's you guys? Who's you guys? Who? Me? Me wear her stuff? No, bro, I don't even wear my sister's socks, bro. I don't even share clothes with my sister. I don't wear that girl's stuff. What? I don't got that girl. What? I'm like, they was like, oh, you guys got one of her purses. These not even all of them, though. Huh? What? Me got your purse? Bitch, you out your mind. I ain't got your shit. Girl, what am I about to do with a Dooney and Burke purse? That's not even the right shade no more because it's so fucking old. Got on your mama purse, bitch. I don't even carry vintage Coach. What? I wear new Juicy, not old, bitch. Huh? I was ever so confused. So confused. Me, darling. I felt like Anna Wintour. I was like, that's creepy. The fact that I'm the suspect. I was like, girl, bye. We have totally different styles. I dress. I look like I'm going to the club half the time. I'm not going to the club. I'm going to dinner. I'm walking around the mall in me outfits. The fuck? Girl. But yeah, so that's pretty much the story about how my dress and heels got stolen. R.I.P. R.I.P. I hope she didn't throw away that dress. I really pray. Because I'm like, girl, you lost a quality piece. But it's not like you can never even wear it again. Like, they know that's my dress, sir. Sorry. And I know she was a little embarrassed on the phone with her friends because at certain points, they started going quiet. And they were like, oh, shit. Like, yikes. And her friends was like, oh, you're not going to talk to me like that. I just did. Put the bitch I have a problem with on the motherfucking phone. I'm sick of these bodyguard ass bitches. Every time I get into it with somebody, it's always a bodyguard. When I pulled up on old girl, those bodyguards. Bitch, you Whitney Houston? Who is you? Sit back. Lay back. The fuck? But yeah, that's the story how about I got my shit stolen. That's sad. And I say that it was stolen because if you let somebody borrow something, right, and you ask for it back and they don't give it back, that's stealing. And they say they're not giving it back, that's stealing. Because it's like, oh, what did she do? Did she just rummage through your closet? Pretty much like a fucking barbarian, because she had her eyes on that dress the entire time since the fucking moment I fucking wore it. Fuck. But again, like I said, that's how I got my shit stolen, y'all. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this story time. It was 45 minutes long. I really hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, like I said, I really hope you guys enjoy the story time. I love you guys oh so dearly. So dearly. And I'm going to be back with another minor inconvenience story time on how to expose somebody. Anyways, y'all have a good day. And like, comment, and subscribe.